Fantastic. Well, I want to welcome you all to the 2020 EEBA Virtual Summit. My name is Aaron Smith. I'm the CEO, and I'm joined by Nancy Bakeman, our Executive Vice President. I do want to do a State of the Union for you really quickly before we introduce Gene Myers, and just give you an update on all the things that have been happening. And as a child of the 80s, I think that this meme was really funny to me, but it's been quite the year. And I love this from Back to the Future. It says, listen carefully, Marty, whatever you do, don't set it to 2020 on the time machine. But I came on in January. Obviously, COVID hit about March 13th. We all, like many of you, learned about new things like Paycheck Protection Program loans, economic injury disaster loans, and I think more importantly, the digital pivot. And what we've done is pretty radically over the past 9 months is really pivot to digital. And I think that COVID became the burning platform that we feel like has brought us to a new and perhaps better place. And I'm especially grateful for all of you as we look back on this year. With this summit, we've had 387 attendees, which I think last year in our in-person, we had 381. We've had 1,331 messages sent between the community. There's been 42 community boards, 55 videos, and it's just been, it's not the same as in person, but I have enjoyed spending time with each and every one of you virtually. And again, we're so grateful for you attending with us. We've also had in the extended summit, as well as the main breadth of the summit, we've had 82 hours of building science knowledge sessions. And I would say not just building science knowledge, but it really spans across EEBA. So we've got obviously energy efficiency, net zero energy, carbon, water efficiency, health and wellness, resilience, and then sales, marketing, and business practices for all of our community. So I think that's been really great. And besides the 387 summit attendees, we've had over 500 people reached throughout the shoulder parts of the summit as well. So thank you again for all of that. On a positive note, we did a little greenhouse gas emission calculation. And if you just take our round trip flights, and we took Minneapolis, for example, but we saved 92,013 kilograms in CO2 emissions. And that's about 10,383 gallons of gasoline that we offset. So in our mission to be more sustainable, we've accomplished something there. But of course, we all look forward to being in person with you again next year. I want to say a big thank you to, most importantly, the EEBA staff, Nancy Bakeman, our Executive Vice President, Jill Lindman, our Education and Events Program Administrator, and Brooke Bratrad, our Digital Media Unicorn. And I wanted that to be Brooke's official title. She's actually our Digital Media Manager now. But Brooke has done incredible things on our digital, social, and website presence. But thank you to each and every one of you for everything you've done to make this a resounding success. I also want to thank Randy Martin, who's our webmaster, our Whova expert, and is our IT savior many times, and John Martin for all of the great programming he's done on the EEBA website. You know, you think it's easy to code into your website, become a member through the Join Go Win program and all of the programming that that needs to happen behind the scenes. But they've been a critical piece of our extended team in making this successful. So thank you to both of you. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank our technical committee. One thing that I didn't need to be a part of, because we have such incredible folks, is rating all of the submissions that we got for the session. I want to thank Claudette Hanks-Reichel for leading that effort, and then everyone else that reviewed presentations. One of the nice things virtually was we were able to offer more sessions than we might normally have done. All of those sessions have been recorded. All will be available on the Whova app through your desktop, I think for the next 3 months, on the mobile app for the next 6 months, and then will reside in the EEBA learning management system on our website for as long as they are applicable. So again, thank you to the technical committee. We had such great presentations. I was impressed across the board with all of our great speakers, all of our hosts, all of our keynotes. I want to say a special thank you to all of you. Also, I want to thank the EEBA Board. We have an incredible working board. They provide such great guidance for the organization, such great insight, such great strategic planning. And they're also great fundraisers and evangelists for the organization. So I want to thank all of you on the board for everything that you've done, especially Gene Myers, our president, and then Bill Rectanis will be our incoming president in 2021. Also the executive committee, who was so formative in helping me as I came on board and helping EEBA to the point where we are today. I want to thank our sponsors. At the founding level, we had DuPont and Mitsubishi Electric and Panasonic. At the sustaining level, Aprilaire. We had incredible sponsors across our Ultimate Zen home that also included Samsung, who was new to the organization, Xcel Energy, who's been a fantastic partner, and I'm proud to pay my electric bill to, and LP SmartSide, which is such a fantastic product. On the curriculum sponsor level, Goodman Daikin. On the platinum sponsor level, Train. Gold sponsors, AeroBarrier. We had Huber, which was the Advantech subfloor assembly and ZIP building enclosure system. Delta Dorkin for high performance air and moisture barriers. Sonnen from battery storage. At the silver sponsor level, Brown Newtone. Enterprising sponsors, Wellborn Cabinets. We had Fox Blocks ICFs. Digibuilt come in, which does a digital twin for your home. Harmony Direct, and many of you remember Jim Shelton. And then our showcase sponsors, GAF, Energy Logic, EPS, EPA Indoor Air Plus, SunStreet, Square D, and the DNA Agency. I also want to thank our media partners. ProBuilder and Green Builder Media have been such an important part of what we do every day of getting the word out. They are just fantastic partners. And of course, many of you have seen the Ultimate Zen Home content that we partner with ProBuilder Media on. It was also our great honor to have Sarah Gutterman from Green Builder Media speak at our conference. So I get to talk about an exciting part to drive our new membership model. So we now have a new membership model at EEBA. We have a community of about 60,000 folks, and what we wanted to do was change to a membership model this year. It's more financially viable for us over the long term, but in order to help promote this, we went out to our sponsors and asked for some door prizes. And Goodman Daikin provided a home HVAC system. Aprilaire provided an air cleaner and filter system. Mitsubishi Electric Train provided a home HVAC system. And Panasonic provided their IntelliBalance 100 energy recovery ventilator. So drum roll, please. We did a randomized drawing to select our winners from our new members. And our first winner is Angela Marasco from ODL. So congratulations, Angela. We will reach out to you and let you know further details. Our second prize winner is Patrick Huelman from the University of Minnesota. Go Gophers. I swear this was randomized. Nancy did not do it because that's her, she's an alumni of the University of Minnesota. With Mitsubishi Electric Train Home HVAC System, we have Ryan Hillgartner from Tim O'Brien Homes. Congratulations, Ryan. And then finally, for the Panasonic IntelliBalance ERV, we have Mike Frey from Noise Development Corporation. So congratulations to all of our Join Go winners. We also did a passport. So if you attended all of the booths across the summit, if you entered their raffle or left a comment on their website or watched the videos, you were entered into the passport winning drawing. And that was a trained Mitsubishi ducted system, a 24,000 BTU 2-ton model. And our winner for that is Robert Schildgen. So congratulations to Robert. I do want to take you on a couple things. If you haven't been to the website, we had a huge branding update this year as we went to the digital pivot. We did a new logo. My thanks to the marketing and communications committee for helping us through that. We rebranded our newsletters, rebranded the website, and I think that that's been a fantastic update for EEBA. There's even, we even have a merchandise section on our website today. Many of you saw the hosts and our staff wearing the EEBA shirts, but we can do co-branded merchandise for your organization as well. And including masks, we have masks as well. On website growth, it's been phenomenal growth since we started in January as we did the digital pivot. We've had over 20,000 new users come to our website, over 50,000 page views, and a 6,000% increase on the website. And we'll continue to make that central. We'll continue to make it better as we go forward. And again, my thanks to all of our team for helping pull that off. On social media growth, Instagram was a key demographic, and many of you heard the social media keynote speaker that we had this week, Brad Levitt from AFT Construction. We really focused on Instagram. We especially wanted to reach out to the millennial and Gen Z demographic, and they're really only found on Instagram sometimes. So we've had 50% growth across Instagram, 7% growth on Facebook, and 25% growth on LinkedIn. And we hope that you'll go to those sites and follow us. One big thing was going to the membership model. So we created some different membership levels, membership for student veterans, retirees, for nonprofit government award winners, a membership level for builders, and then a membership level for partner industry members, industry partners, partners. And then did a discounted rate for the summit for those. And I think we started off this year, we didn't have any members, and today we're up to 291 members. And we hope that, one thing with COVID, I've tried to donate more to all the nonprofits that I care about, to all the charities that I care about. If you're able to, being a member helps organizations sustain themselves through tough times. Tough times aren't over for organizations. So I know many of you have found it in your hearts to redouble or treble your efforts, and we greatly appreciate that. We also have company memberships now. So we're really excited to have Woodside Homes join as a company member, South Face, Legend Homes, EPA Indoor Air Plus, SIPA, Top Build, CI, and ResNet joined as company members. And we have several different membership packages that allow you to have multiple employees join with EEBA, receive access to our great training programs, our great designations. So we're really excited about that program. Oops, there we go. I also want to point out, I think with COVID, we thought, are we going to get any new sponsors? What's the situation on the ground? And we're really proud to have some new sponsors come in, even during the summit. We had EPS Buildings, who's a great SIPs manufacturer. EPA Indoor Air Plus came in as a sponsor and actually sponsored our Healthy Homes track, which I really think is one of the key topics that we've just begun to discover and teach about at EEBA. We'll continue to do so. We had the DNA Agency come in, which is a marketing firm. Square D, if you haven't seen their Wiser panels for the house and kind of the smart intelligence built in, that's a really incredible product. We had Harmony Direct come in, SunStreet, who did the solar on the Ultimate Zen house, and then Extreme Panel Technologies, another SIP manufacturer. And there is going to be an event in November down in Arkansas with Extreme Panel Technologies that I will be attending. So we're looking forward to that. One of the things I love this saying, but collaboration is the new leadership. So what we've sought to do in the last 9 months is reach out to other organizations with common goals and build partnership. And we're really proud to be to have the following partners: NREL, and we're part of the Workforce Accelerator Group with NREL, Better Built Northwest, Carbon Innovations, the NAACP. It has a Center for Sustainable Building and Equity, which I think is really powerful. The Housing Innovation Alliance, Home Innovation Research Labs, the Home Ventilation Institute, Passive House Canada, HPIP, Endeavor out of Canada, Building Knowledge Canada, the Carbon Leadership Forum, Earth Advantage, United Way, Allergy Standards. We have some exciting things with them that are coming out. But perhaps most importantly was our Team Zero integration into the Alliance. Team Zero was the Net Zero Energy Coalition. We have come together under the Alliance, and I'm extremely excited to welcome Mary McLeod Jones, the Team Zero board. They have some great advisory committees, and if you haven't looked at it, it's now on the EEBA website and at teamzero.org. But their Gateway to Zero really lays out the path to zero energy homes, zero carbon electrification, as well as the inventory. I'm actually entering my house into the inventory, and it is the largest inventory. I don't know if I can say, well, let's say in the Americas, and I'm not sure if it's in the world, it might be, for net zero energy residential homes, with over 22,000 different homes, with the technologies that were utilized in those homes. And we've encouraged builders to enter their projects there. We are encouraging homeowners to enter their projects in that, but it is a really powerful database, and I think a great asset. And with Team Zero joining the Alliance, I think that we are better together, and we look forward to a great future. Donors make it happen. We had a lot of growth in our Next Gen Scholarship Fund, and we changed the title of that from the Student Scholarship Fund to the Scholarship Fund. And our goal was to not only have it go to students, but to fund and include minority and diversity candidates underrepresented in the industry, as well as veterans in transition. We also expanded the general fund. And if you believe in EEBA's mission, that helps us drive outreach, collaboration, education, and workforce development across the home building industry. So this is such a key part. We've had a huge uptick in donations. If you're able to, it does qualify for 501c3, and we greatly appreciate any donations that you give. Through those donations, we also outreached some different organizations for scholarships. We're partnering with with Women in Residential Construction, with the National Association of Women in Construction. We've always been great partners with Solar Decathlon. I think many of you saw the Pecha Kucha that the winners did. It was incredible. It's so great what young people are thinking about, and I think that helps us all be better. We partner with Endeavor and with NAACP. And the other key part of this workforce development is bringing in the next generation of leaders for the EEBA community. And what we've done is created a job board. I know one of the Solar Decathlon students has posted their resume on our job board on Whova. If you have a job, we would like to start posting those, not only on Whova, but on the EEBA website. We'd like to create community engagement with the next generation of leaders, and we hope that you'll help us in that effort. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the EEBA Builder Benchmark Group, but I think I'll leave Jean to talk more about that. But if you go on the EEBA website, you can join the EEBA Builder Benchmark Group. I get to listen in, Nancy gets to listen in once a month as this group comes together. And I think I can tell you that it is one of the most powerful things we've done. We've always wanted a place for people to come together, to learn, to share, to collaborate. But this really epitomizes a group that's non-competitive, that's able to share best practices, that's able to share guidance as we've gone through COVID, that's able to, we provide some financial analysis, but without further ado, I'd love to introduce Gene Myers. Gene is the CEO of Thrive Home Builders. He's the board president for EEBA and is also one of the greatest human beings that I know. So Gene, it's an honor to have you here. I'd love to turn things over to you to help us wrap up the EEBA 2020 Virtual Summit.
Well, thanks, Aaron, and thanks to everyone who are the stalwarts here in the summit, who have lasted till the last session outside of our fun time later this afternoon. And I think it's amazing how the summit has come off. Excuse me. Well, you know, I don't want to belabor the gratitudes that Aaron expressed, but Aaron, thank you so much for coming on board to EEBA. You've made a big difference in our organization. And we didn't know the path that was ahead of us when you joined in January. And the earth kind of shifted beneath our feet, didn't it? But Aaron's done a great job. And I think his greatest achievement was the rapid shift to the membership model that really has provided us the financial means to carry on in this very weird time. Thanks to Nancy, Brooke, and Jill, as always, and Randy, and thanks to our sponsors. You know, we've lost a lot of attendee registration revenue this year, and our sponsors have really stepped up. So thank you, our media partners. Can't say enough about that in terms of taking the EEBA message to the mainstream. Our Ultimate Zen sponsors, our special gratitude for those that really helped us on our Ultimate Zen house. And I have a special announcement today. We found out yesterday that that house achieved LEED Platinum. And so our gratitude to everyone who pulled together. It was a classic demonstration house where we started too late, and we had to really push it to get the house done in time for the publication deadlines and what we thought was going to be when you showed up to go look at it. But our team did a great job, and really happy about the LEED Platinum designation. I think I've been hanging around this board for 4 or 5 years, and I love the people on our board. They're so generous with their time. When they go to in-person board meetings, they travel on their own nickel. They donate all their time. I do think we might have gotten a picture a little mixed up. Tim O'Brien looked an awful lot like Todd Usher. And Todd, your picture, you got a lot of hair in that picture. I think it's time for you to update your picture. But I have great gratitude for our board. The executive committee, we were meeting weekly for a part of the year, and I always look forward to them because such a great group of people. And our tech committee, one more time, they are the unsung heroes of the summit, who really review every response to the call for papers and really pull this thing together. I think this was the best content that I've ever experienced at the summit. I'm not sure we ever officially, corporately thanked all of our presenters. Think of all the content, all of the talent, all of the gifts, all the information, all the hard work that went into each and every presentation. And each one was a really important building block for a great summit. And then there are all of you out there that have stuck it out over a 2-week period, partaking in all of the content and all of the sessions. And thank you to all of our attendees. One last thank you to DOE and to EPA and Endura Plus for all that you do for EEBA. And it's such a highlight of our summit to be able to host your awards ceremonies. Those events really bring the right builders into our community. And I'm just so grateful for that collaboration. Thank you. Well, we've experienced a lot over the last 2 weeks. We've gotten a lot of good education. Although virtually, we ended up with reconnecting and making new connections. We've learned about the strengths and weaknesses of the virtual conference, haven't we? I've attended a lot more sessions this year because we didn't have concurrent sessions. And I never could have covered the bases the way that I was able to in this virtual version of the summit. And as Aaron said, we've captured every session, and we'll load them into our learning management system. I know that there are specific sessions that I'm going to make sure I rewatch with our team because they were just so good. And just in case somebody didn't show up to the right session, I want to make sure that those messages are heard loud and clear throughout our company. I have missed the chance to be with you in what I sort of call the downtimes, you know, the breaks, the coffee breaks, the grabbing a meal, hanging out in the evening. And I guess I've kind of understood now that they're not the downtimes. They're actually the gems of all of our events that really add the sparkle to our community. And I miss you guys. And but I do think that next year will be better. And you don't want to hang too much on my predictions because I don't have a very good track record of predicting the future. But I do think that we will have some kind of a hybrid summit next year that captures the best of the virtual summit and of the in-person summit. Next year, EEBA will grow its relationship with Team Zero and engage with our partners at DOE and EPA as we look at the next big thing, decarbonization. EEBA will grow its emphasis on health in the home with more and better training and collaboration with other groups, and will increase our commitments to you and our value to our members by providing transformative resources and edifying relationships for our builders. As I look back, EEBA's in its 38th year. Building science has advanced quickly over time, and EEBA was all about pushing that fast-moving advancement out to our builders, primarily in concert with DOE, EPA, our raters, and our progressive manufacturers. And while that technology and building science will continue to evolve, we essentially now have the technology to build very energy efficient and healthy homes. It's not so much about finding the way, thanks to the pioneers of high performance homes who've gone before us, but it's more about challenging builders with the question, how far do you want to go? The motivating imperatives have never been more clear. I've been in Denver throughout this summit, and had you shown up in person, you would have had the best weather maybe that we would have ever had for a summit, except for one thing. The smoke from wildfires in the West has spoiled our views, soiled our yards and patios with raining ash, and driven otherwise outdoorsy Coloradans indoors. The rhetoric around climate change continues to clang with discord, but this fact remains. We in the West can't even take a deep breath without a pungent reminder that our climate is worse now than at any time in our living memory. And then there's the pandemic. When driven inside by the smoke, most likely we're driven into our homes. There's nowhere else to go. Headlines this week in Denver noted the eerie quiet of our once vibrant college campuses. Had the summit taken place in downtown, we all would have experienced the vacuum of an empty downtown. Near Thrive's offices, homeless camps have appeared almost overnight. Our state capitol building's lower floors are still boarded up from the damage that it sustained during the demonstrations of the summer of 2020. It feels like home is our last stand. Which brings me back to EEBA and back to you. For 38 years, EEBA and its partners have been working to head this off. We've had a front row seat on finding and implementing the answers that we need now more than ever. To build homes that tread lightly on our planet and our climate. To build homes that protect us from the climate threats outside and the pandemic that attacks us from within. And so the EEBA Summit 2020 is almost in the history books. But before we write that last page, I wanted to talk about the following questions. What does it all mean? And particularly, what does it mean to us? From the opening keynote, we heard that the home building industry is in the eye of a severe economic storm. I joke with people that this is the first recession I've lived through that wasn't my fault. This one was not caused by a housing bubble. Is it possible our recovery will be led by creating another one? This much I know. It's on us to lead the way to recovery and to share our prosperity with those who are really suffering. This is an opportunity that we must not squander. I love the presentations by architect Peter Pfeiffer and landscape architect P. Allen Smith. In his southern drawl, Allen left me with a beautiful but very succinct quote. It's only 6 words. We're just out for a better world. And I really couldn't say our mission here at EEBA any better. I hope we can bring more designers and land developers into the EEBA fold. It turns out that our mission must extend beyond the walls of the homes that we build. Suzanne, Suzanne, Suzanne. If you didn't participate in Suzanne Shelton's presentations, you must go back and listen to the recordings. It turns out that home buyers actually now want to buy what we build. Now, of course, we builders are hearing this on the sales floor. Our customers came out of an unexpected forced lockdown of their lives and shocked all of the pundits and all of the economists. They shocked me. They are stampeding out of the lockdown, but more importantly, they're stampeding out of the status quo. Hipsters are fleeing the once vibrant urban venues for the safety and security of a traditional home. Boomers are overcoming their fears of home showings and house hunting and want a home that keeps them safe and defers their being warehoused in so-called independent living communities. One of our developers describes these communities. He says there's not much independence and not much living going on in those. Our elder care in America failed the people it was designed to help. Let's build homes for them that are safe, healthy, and facilitate aging in place as we have never done before. Our very young buyers are showing up in our townhome communities with a message, something like this, that mom and dad really want me out of my apartment. It's just not safe anymore. Mom and dad will make the down payment and co-sign on the loan. And we have young single men and women buying $400,000 or $500,000 townhomes as their first homes. But nobody needs our homes more than families with children who need space and privacy for working from home, learning from home, playing from home, and outdoor entertaining from home. That's what the ultimate Zen house was designed to address. I hope you'll get a chance someday to go through the house and just see how we've tried to address what we think all homes need to look like going forward. But you could ask, Gene, now, aren't all home builders flourishing? Well, yes. Low interest rates and the rising tide of home buyers will lift all boats. But a new thing is happening. Home buyers are interested in health. Almost all builders are talking about it, but we high performance builders with our history of building an EPA and DORA Plus know and understand how to deliver health in our homes better than other builders. Building codes are advancing, but states and cities have overtaken the code and are forging ahead with net zero and carbon neutrality goals on aggressive schedules. Robbie Schwartz's session had the Denver chief building official, and he said that Denver's Green Code and Climate Action Plan may accelerate the strict net zero and carbon reducing goals from 2035 up to 2030. It sounds like a long ways away, but it's 10 years. It's taken us 10 years to figure out how to do this. EEBA's profile within the industry is going mainstream with the help of our media partnerships. ProBuilder has published articles about EEBA and the ultimate Zen home in the preceding 4 issues of its mainstream industry magazine, leading up to this week's cover and feature article. It will continue to promote upcoming webinars and maintain their microsite on the home at pbultimatezen.com. EEBA's received more exposure to mainstream builders in 2020 than ever before. This will continue because EEBA's content has come of age. As the market demands health and governments impose high energy and carbon standards, big builders will step into our world. There was a time when Thrive was one of the big builders in the EEBA community. But did you know that this year's EPA Endurer Plus leader, Fulton Homes, led by our friend and fellow board member, Dennis Webb, is poised to deliver over 1,000 homes this year? Did you know that Meritage Homes, a national builder of over 8,000 homes a year, and the 9th largest builder in the nation, just opted into EPA Endurer Plus for every division? This is a big win for our friend and former EEBA chair, CR Hero, and really big for the program. You know that Woodside Homes, the nation's 25th largest builder of about 2,100 homes a year, is a member of the EEBA Builder Benchmark Group, represented by our friend Joel Abney, who also serves on the EEBA Board. And many other builders will adapt, and that's why EEBA exists. It's our mission to meet builders wherever they are on the spectrum of performance and help them get to the next level. The pandemic has forced EEBA's resources online in a form that can easily be scaled just in time. Scaling up high performance building has always been the goal of Energy Star, Endurer Plus, and the Zero Energy Ready Home programs. And it's because home buyers in our planet really need it. But I have a personal question for you. How do you really feel about that? You've been a pioneer. You've had the courage of your convictions and built high performance homes, sometimes at great personal risk. While others have spoken loudly and argued about climate change and health in the home, you've been less about words and more about deeds. You've been quietly doing it while others were wringing their hands. But what is your role in the high performance building world when large builders roll over your product differentiation and your brand? Will you be able to compete with scale, the sophistication and reach of the large national builders? What is a small EEBA builder to do? Well, we at Thrive have been living in a preview of this scenario in Denver, which has one of the highest concentrations of national builders of any market in the country. A CNBC headline, which wasn't totally accurate, this week deemed Denver's housing market as the most competitive in the country. We've used the 3 legs of our brand, efficient, healthy, and local, to develop a highly differentiated niche in our market. We've had to focus beyond high performance, though, to include compelling architecture and compelling features, to focus on the operational efficiency and productivity of our company, and to develop sophisticated sales and marketing. In short, we have had to become a formidable competitor in order to survive. Perhaps some of our lessons learned could be helpful to you. For a long time, I said that we build great houses, but we had not yet built a great company. While our houses were great, our build times were too long. Our customer satisfaction was ho-hum. Our budget variances were excessive. Our initial quality expressed in the terms of how many outstanding punch list items at closing was middling at best. Our customer service was slow and often frustrating for our customers. Facing this reality several years ago called for drastic action. We adopted a one-page business plan to literally keep all thrivers on the same page, pulling in the same direction. This is our implementation strategy for open book management, where all thrivers understand our successes and our failures and have a stake in the outcome. We adopted lean building practices that included surveying our trade partners to see how we were doing and how we could improve. Honestly, I thought we were a lot better than we actually were. We developed a job ready, job complete checklist through our quality assurance program called FDQ 360 to get things done right the first time and minimize dry runs for our trades and to compress our build times. We instituted a vendor council to provide a voice and an ear for all of our trades. We adopted centralized scheduling through Build Pro, Supply Pro, a software that has further benefited our trade relations and our build schedules. We simplified our systems by moving to design center packages that ensure that products are readily available and won't delay or complicate our construction process. We entered the business improvement process that is embedded in the National Housing Quality Award program, often referred to as the Malcolm Baldrige Award for Home Builders. We entrusted this process to our mid-managers so that they would be fully engaged in our improvement. We received 2 site visits from top builders from around the country to report to us areas in need of improvement. You know, I got to know Tim O'Brien even more because he has an NHQA Gold, which we've never been able to achieve. And he was on one of our assessment teams. It's really valuable to bring in really smart people from the industry to just kind of look through all your marketing and look at how things really are in your business. Every year we raise the bar on our products and enter the Housing Innovation Awards and the EPA and DORA Plus Leader Awards. This helps keep us sharp and helps us stay on the leading edge of our craft. We trained our people through EEBA training and boast the largest number of EEBA certified site supervisors and EEBA certified builders of any company. In short, in Denver, it's not enough to build the best houses. You have to be the best business. We have far to go in lowering our cost of capital, building our lot pipeline, embracing new management and building systems, but we have built a durable brand that has withstood Denver's competitive onslaught. Perhaps this is a preview of what all EEBA builders may face in the coming years. But as an EEBA builder, you have learned to do something that really can't be taught and probably won't be replicated very often. With your open mind to new ideas, willingness to do the research, your persistence, your adaptation and innovation inherent in being a high-performance builder, you and your people have developed an ability to change and improve. It's culture, and that's something that a lot of the big builders will struggle to achieve. I expect that as large builders pile into high performance, they'll approach it reluctantly. The code made me do it mentality will most likely lack the passion and the mission-driven attitude that you have. As a result, it's likely they will have to build better homes, but will fail to understand how and why to communicate the benefits to customers and how to leverage this into competitive advantage. For example, we recently discussed selling lots in a community where it was required that all homes be in the Zero Energy Ready Home program. The division president said he thought maybe they were already complying in one project where the developer made them do it, but that he would have to check. He didn't even know if they were building Zero Energy Ready homes. Turns out they were, but with no mention in their marketing or in the website or their sales offices or their their advertising. And I've often said that building a bad home is a sin. Building a great home and never telling anybody it is the cardinal sin. And I think a lot of big builders, as they do jump into high performance, will commit the cardinal sin as they adopt high performance building, and therein lies your competitive advantage. I think of this culture of innovation and change and continuous improvement as building muscle tone into your organization. Use the muscle tone you developed as a high performance builder so far to push beyond to where few builders will go in the future. EEBA will help you get there. One way is the EEBA Builder Benchmark Group. Aaron described it, but right now I think we have 10 builders who are all high performance builders that are part of our Builder Benchmark Group. You can join this, and I highly recommend it. EEBA recognizes that our movement will grow as other builders adopt high performance. But there's another way to grow, and that is for our existing EEBA builders to build their businesses and build more homes and better homes. The Builder Benchmark Group's approach includes fostering operational excellence. Through benchmarking our businesses with other high-performance builders, we can see what's possible and how others operate. From firsthand experience, I can tell you it's often humbling, but it's always inspiring. It's always helpful. It's always interesting and always encouraging. Getting the inside information of high-performance builders. Suzanne Shelton has developed Window, a customer survey tool specifically designed for EEBA builders to help us fully understand what makes high-performance home buyers tick. If we understand our niche buyers today, we will gain a competitive advantage as we sell to mainstream buyers tomorrow. Nurturing sales and marketing acumen. This is on our list to tackle in 2021. What are the sales and marketing tactics that work best for high-performance home buyers? Creating customers for life. Our industry can't wait to get rid of our customers. Warranty is seen as a cost center and something to be minimized and shortened. The Builder Benchmark Group is considering what would happen if we had customers for life. For example, what if we followed the auto industry? They offer long-term warranties, but you do have to take your car in for service to maintain that warranty. If we offered an industry-leading warranty backed by a customer-paid service contract that gets us back in the homes twice a year to change filters, check operations, and ensure home performance, we would quickly develop a strong competitive advantage as being known as the builders to do the right thing for their customers. We're building the most durable homes. If we aren't willing to stand behind them, why should we expect our home buyers to believe us? Todd Usher, Builder Benchmark Group member, great friend, EEBA board member and owner of Addison Homes, is leading an effort to implement extended warranties paid for by service contracts that ensure our homes perform just as well in the future as they did on the day of closing. Embracing new technologies. EEBA partner DigiBuilt will soon be presenting to the Builder Benchmark Group its building information management system that breaks down homes into every piece of part in extreme detail. Why? To help us benchmark our cost of materials. But of even more potential is the ability to begin tracking labor productivity, something that we've never done in our industry. What if we have the information to partner with our trades to make them more productive, drive down their costs, and help their bottom lines and ours along the way? Flattening your supply chain. EEBA partner Harmony Direct, owned by Jim Shelton, a former EEBA board member, that's where I met him, will soon be presenting to the Builder Benchmark Group. He's working on reducing the cost of building materials caused by home building's archaic distributor, wholesale, dealer, and subcontractor supply chain. In an Amazon world, why can't we innovate our way to lower costs? Pioneering carbon neutral home building. Our familiar programs like Energy Star and Zero Energy Ready Home are ripe for adoption by mainstream builders. But what is not yet in their programs is a target of carbon reduction. While other builders aim for the achievement in those programs, EEBA builders can move beyond to carbon neutrality. The Builder Benchmark Group will be the place where we explore how to do this. The Builder Benchmark Group is committed to helping our EEBA builders become nimble, formidable, and efficient competitors. And so through the improbable and unpredictable dictates of 2020, I think it's time to call for a new era in our community. I'm pronouncing 2020 as the end of the beginning of our movement. It's going mainstream, just as the pioneers had always hoped. Within the next decade, EEBA will be seen by the mainstream in the industry as that overnight success that took 38 years. I believe that 2020 to 2030 will be the decade of mainstreaming high performance building. And 2030 to 2040 will be the decade in which high performance building as we know it will become code minimum. My pronouncement of the end of the beginning won't mean that the switch is flipped and we'll be in a new world tomorrow. Just as the beginning was a slow process, the mainstreaming high performance building will be gradual and geographically sporadic. We're safe in our niche for now, but don't wait for the mainstream to overtake you. In closing, I again thank all of you in the EEBA community who support EEBA, support our members with great information and products, and all of our EEBA builders. Together, we have been building the homes of the future now. The homes we have built are the blueprint for where home building must go to solve the really big problems that we're facing. History has shown that we've been on the right side of home building innovation and practice, and that we are doing the right thing for our customers. Our homes right now are protecting our homeowners from the symptoms of climate change and the threat of disease. We have much to be proud of in the progress that we've made. Yet we face threats as the earth continues to move beneath our feet. But the muscles in our organizations that we've built up over the years will serve us well as we nimbly and effectively shift our targets and build even better homes. As we navigate this new mainstream, EEBA will be there to provide resources to aid not just in the sustainability of our homes, but in the sustainability of our businesses. I'm passionate about EEBA because all the learning and resources and training and the relationships that we've developed over the years with really the best people in our industry are the foundation upon which we build our homes, we build our company, and we built our brand. I urge you to continue to engage with EEBA so that we can do this together. Renew your membership. Consider a company membership. Become a sponsor. Take a class. Participate in a webinar. Gain a certification. Bring along your people. Join the EEBA Builder Benchmark Group. So yesterday, Ron Jones, the co-founder of Green Builder Media, a great friend, a frequent speaker at EEBA events, posted an essay entitled Sticks and Stones. While lamenting the state of our industry, he closed with the following quote: "Fortunately, there are growing numbers of builders who don't need an external crisis to compel them to look for better solutions. They're already producing superior results and continually seek ways to improve in every aspect of their work. Here's hoping they will lead us into a new day for for the building industry, one that we can all be proud of. Ron was talking about you and us. We are the vanguard of the industry. We've broken the code on how to build for the health of our customers, our planet, and ourselves. We've achieved the high ground in our industry, and it is following. Do not be alarmed by the growing line of followers. After all, what does it mean to be a leader if no one follows? Exercise the muscle tone in your company that is flexible, nimble, and resilient. Step up to the challenges of building better homes and better companies. The market has come to us. The world needs us. It's our time. Thank you.
Gene, I just want to thank you on behalf of everyone for a great closing keynote. And we look forward to seeing everyone. We actually have a really fun high performance happy hour, and I'm calling them the EEBA High Performance House Band now. So we will start that at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Gene, thank you again for your leadership. Thanks for the great words. Thanks for everything that you do for the community.
Well, you're welcome, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay, bye everyone.